Hi Cancer, how are you? Welcome to your August 2018 reading. I hope you've had a wonderful month of July. Excuse me, I'm not going to talk too much astrology today. I'm just going to get straight into it, see what energies are around you, because we've had the lunar eclipse on Friday just gone. So we might as well just get straight into it, see what's going on. Thank you for your likes, shares and subscribes and your comments. It means so much to me, so thank you so much. It's great to interact with all of you. Link below will be all the information that you need. So the decks I'm using, a 10% discount code for the Spiritual Parlour store as well. So birth charts, astrology ebooks, spiritual candles, wealth candles, love candles, all that kind of stuff. Go check it out, grab yourself a discount. And if you're on Instagram, I posted some pictures of the candles and stuff that have been made, all the spiritual candles. Just check out the Spiritual Parlour on Instagram. Spiritual Parlour is spelt with a U, so Parlour is spelt the British way with a U, because I'm British, if you haven't already guessed. So it's P-A-R-L-O-U. It's not spelt the American way. Okay, let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for Cancer for the month of August. Okay, so Spirit, if there is... Oh, 212 already. Okay, 2. Alright, so we've got the past. We've got a loss, potentially, or some disappointment. And we've got the past energy as well, with the 6 of Cups. Doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be what the reading is. I always read the cards that fall, because there could be a message for someone. And sometimes they do find themselves back into the main reading. So let's see. Right, Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. What does Cancer need to know? There's a message for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Please let it be known. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know for August? Okay, so first card will be... Whoops, that's just way too many. Let's fall them. Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with my shuffling, but your cards are getting themselves in order. So first card will be Cancer's theme. Second card will be the issue or the heart of the matter. Third card will be the distant past. Fourth card will be the present. Fifth card will be the advice. And the sixth card will be the potential outcome. Page of Swords. So news coming in. Air sign representation as well. So that's Aries, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. Hearing news. Things coming to you. Page of Swords. Okay, so Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Woo! Gosh. In a way, I always say when the cards are falling about like this, they are getting themselves in order for your message. So let me just grab what's fallen under the table. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to give this one more shuffle because I feel like I need to with these jumping cards. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Sun, Moon and Rising. If there's a message for Cancer, please let it be known. Spirit, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay, what was that? Okay, 2 of Swords. Crossroads. Being at a crossroads. Alright, let's get your actual cards out for your reading. Cancer, 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 Cancer. I've all drawn here, Cancer. So we're going to read from this past. So I keep clearing my throat. I feel like I've got a cold or a cough coming on, which is strange because where I live, the country I live in now, it is hotter than hot where I am. Okay, so we've got the moon. So first of all, the moon represents, in a way, you could say you. This is your energy because you guys are ruled by the moon. That is your ruling planet. But in terms of astrology and tarot, the message is about things coming to light in the tarot. If you think about it, the moon, sorry guys, what's up with my throat? The moon only represents or lights up, you could say, part of the way. It doesn't light up all the path because it's the moon, it's not the sun. So the main sort of message is that things will come to light, or things are coming to light, or you only have half, I'm being pushed to say, half of the information that you actually need. Yeah. So the moon is there to remind us that we may need to gather some more information. We may need to find out more before we make a decision or before we go in one direction. So let's just see what's come out. Okay, so we've got the Empress, Ten of Swords, the World, Queen of Wands, Justice, and Seven of Cups. Right, okay, right away this feels to me, just by looking at these cards, that something is going on for sure to do with the matter of the heart. I'm not being pushed to say love, but something very close to you. Just take a quick look at this, the way the cards have presented themselves. Yeah, okay, definitely Cancer. What's being put to me here and what I'm feeling is, potentially for some of you, the issue here is you've got this Ten of Swords, okay, and I'll get straight to it. The Ten of Swords does indicate, you know, an ending, a finishing, something ending. Swords is a suit. If you've watched me before, I always say it's not the, you know, the nicey suit. It is the suit of challenge. It's the suit of how we think. It's the suit of how we learn as well. So it's the mental energy. And the number 10 is the number of completion. So it feels like there could be some kind of completion, not necessarily a final ending, but something has come to completion and that could signify an ending. I feel like what that is to do with is something to do with your heart, because you've got the Empress in reverse. The Empress, her energy is like, you could say Venus, the planet, because she's got Venus here. Okay, so upright, Venus represents what we love, being connected to what we love. She also represents money, business, growth, and vitality, a bit like the sun. But her main energy is expansion and being connected to what it is that we love. And normally, in most decks, I mean, this is a traditional deck. It stays quite close to traditional decks, but it is the Herbal deck, so the imagery is not as vivid as some of my other decks, for example. But normally, the Empress is a pregnant lady. And it signifies growth, expansion, like, for example, business growth, growth in love, expansion in any way, shape or form of your life. And she can also signify pregnancy as well, like someone being pregnant, but she's actually in reverse. So I feel like for some Cancers out there, there could be a completion with the Ten of Swords is your theme and the Empress in reverse in your, you know, issue position. A completion of something very, very close to your heart, a completion of something. It could be love, it could have been a business deal because she is linked to business. You take what resonates with you, Cancer, what might have come to completion. And as I said, she often can represent pregnancy as well. And as much as I'm kind of stammering to say this, but it could be that someone has lost a pregnancy. I'm not sure, but that could mean a loss of a pregnancy as well. I'm not pushed in that direction, but I will put it out there because that's what it could signify, just to keep the readings general. So you take what resonates with you, but something's definitely come to completion that was close to your heart. Now, in the recent past though, however, with this completion in the recent past has come a new chapter. Okay, because you've got the World. And I see the World as a great card. It's always a great card to have alongside or around any kind of Ten of Swords energy or Death energy or the Tower energy. Any of those cards that represent change, endings, transformation, because the World is all about one chapter closing and another chapter opening. So whatever's been completed, whatever may have been lost, or not quite gone in the way you had expected it, whether it was because of a lack of love, because she's in reverse, a lack of a business growth, or a lack of whatever it was, because the Empress is in reverse. Whatever it is that's close to your heart, that's come to a potential end or completed, there's a new chapter opening for you. And I feel very much that it's going to be down to you, Cancer, to create that new chapter. And I think it is you personally, because in your present position, if you look at, you know, the past going into the present, you've got the Queen of Wands. And her energy, this is, it doesn't matter whether you're a guy watching this as well, I should also say, it's more about the energy. But this card, or she, represents basically going after what you want. She's very, very similar to the King of Wands. But you know, in my mind, with the Queen of Wands, her energy, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I always say it about her, she's like the go-getter, she is the leader, the transformer, the motivator, she's like the CEO of a business. It's that kind of energy. It's like really, really not forceful in a rude or horrible way, but it's forceful as in making things happen, you know, is what I'm being pushed to say. She kind of makes things happen. She doesn't sit around, you know, and wait for things to fall in her lap. That's not the Queen of Wands, not at all. The Queen of Wands will go out there and she will seek out what it is that she wants, and she won't stop until she gets it. And it doesn't matter whether you're a guy either, it's the same kind of energy. I feel like it's going to be down to you to grab this new chapter that may have opened for you in the recent past, or this new chapter that you may want for yourself, or that you've been manifesting, or you feel is due to you, or that's maybe even presented itself to you and you're not even aware of it because you're focused on this Ten of Swords energy, you know, the actual issue of what's potentially come to a stage of completion or even ending. So yeah, I feel very much Cancer like it's going to be a month of you moving forward, is what I feel like I want to say. It's going to be a month of you having to decide to grab life by the horns and move forward. And if you do, your advice is looking really, really good. If you do, what Spirit's saying here is that, you know what, things are going to go your way. Because you've got Justice, and Justice as an energy is, you know, it's a major arcana card, just like the World and just like the Empress. So these three energies are not day-to-day things, they're significant things. So the Empress in reverse would represent something quite significant to you, to your heart, that could have come to completion. And the World card is that whole brand new chapter opening up. It's, you know, it's brand new. But with Justice, it is things going your way. You know, as you can see, you've got the lady here in Justice on the card, and she's got her scales. You know, it's about fairness. Justice is also linked to legal matters as well. So it could be that whatever this situation here is that's come to a stage of completion or maybe even lost, it could be something around, you know, legality. You know, you could have been dragged through court, or maybe you've dragged someone through court. You know, you take what resonates with you, but she does represent legal fairness, justice. The other side to Justice is as a person, or as another energy, she would represent the sun sign of Libra. So it could be that you are dealing with a Libra, or Libra's part of this, or an air sign who is very similar to Libra, because Libra is all about balance. But I personally feel, looking at this, that this isn't so much a person that's represented here with Justice. I don't get that feeling. I get more the feeling that this is things going your way, a fair outcome, you know, because if this is a new chapter that's opened up in the recent past and you're going to go forward and go for it and really go for what you want, then if you take that action, then things will go your way. That's your advice. Justice here. So keep pushing. Keep pushing and make sure, you know, whatever it is that's come to completion, you know, is your issue, you try to not focus too much on it, is what I'm being pushed to say. Don't focus too much on it, because here in your outcome position, you've got the Seven of Cups. And this card, to me, there's two sides of it, and I always read it depending on what's around it. The first energy is about lack of focus, you know, because you've got the cups are options. The cups are what we're given. And cups as a suit represents our emotions and how we feel and what it is that we really, really want. So, you know, if you have a lot of cups around you, it's like, well, which one do you take? And sometimes it can be that you're unfocused because you don't know what card to take, or what cup to take, because you've got so many options. The other energy is about hopes and dreams. And I feel as though it's more the second energy. Looking at the cards that are surrounding this, I feel as though you know, not that there's going to be a lack of focus because of the position that it's in your outcome. I feel as though some kind of hopes or dreams may come to fruition with the Seven of Cups being your outcome right next to your advice of justice. I feel as though these two energies play into one another. So if you know, go for what you want and take the energy of the Queen of Wands and that motivation and that forward thinking, then eventually you're going to get what you want. Things will come your way with whatever it is that you want to manifest for yourself moving forward, because the dream card is directly underneath, you know, your recent past, this new chapter opening up. So I feel very much that this chapter opening up could lead to something that you really, really want that's dear to your heart, that maybe, you know, maybe it's linked to this. Maybe it's linked to this engine. Maybe it's linked to this reversed Empress, something that was really dear to you. Maybe it was, but maybe now you can go forward for it with whatever's fallen away or whatever's completed that's linked to this. Or it could be that it's come something completely different, you know, because it's a new world. It's a new opening, it's a new chapter. So I feel very much like for you, Cancer, you know, if there has been an ending or if there has been a state of completion for you recently, or, you know, you're going through that at the moment, I feel like what you need to know and what's coming to me is that this is a new start. This is a new chapter. This is the world. This is the completion. And I should also say as well that the World card is the last card in the Major Arcana. It's card 22. You know, so you've evolved. You've learned all that you need to know. And now all you can do is create that next chapter for yourself. That's the energy of the world. You know, it looks good. It looks good. Bearing in mind that I can see and I can feel this completion or this ending or this blood that's been shared. I mean, this card's pretty toned down compared to what the Ten of Swords normally looks like on a lot of decks. Normally you have a man on the floor with like 10 swords in his back with all the blood. All the blood pouring everywhere. I shouldn't even really laugh, but it can look like a really, really grim card. But in this particular deck, it's not that bad. So although there's a state of completion and there's an ending, what's surrounding it is brand new energy, especially with the World and Justice. Like, I love these two energies together for you because it really does show that, you know, eventually things will go your way. But I feel as though you really, really need to play a big part and take on, you know, the air of the Queen of Wands in order to make that new start for yourself. I mean, the bottom of the deck energy for you is the Moon, right? So we said at the beginning, or I said to you, I should say at the beginning, that this is a representation of you. You know, the Moon, you are ruled by the Moon in astrology. That's your ruling planet. That in terms of the energy that it brings in the tarot, it's about only part of the way being lit and needing more information and not having everything that you need at the moment. So I do feel like with this bottom of the deck energy, that when you open this new chapter, okay, when you make this new journey with the world, do make sure that you've got all the information that you need. So do your groundwork, do your research, whatever direction you're going to go in next, whatever it is with your outcome, with the manifestations, okay, with the hopes and dreams, with the options opening up to you, make sure you have all the information that you need, because, you know, with the Seven of Cups in your outcome, and that's representing all the options that are there for you, make sure you take you pick or you choose or you go down the route of the best option that's going to be for you in this new chapter, is what I feel like I'm being pushed to say. So overall, Cancer, I think it feels really, really good. I mean, inside, intuitively, I don't get the feeling that this ending is holding you back, or this state of completion is holding you back, if you get what I mean. I don't feel as though this Empress in reverse is holding you back. I don't feel that at all. I feel as though it's something that's potentially fallen away, that needed to fall away in order for this new world, this new beginning to start. And it could be you put it away. It could be, the energy could play out completely different. It could be that you decided that you want this completion with this person, place, or thing that might have really represented something to you at one point in your life, with the Empress, with that energy of love. Maybe it was you who decided, this isn't for me, and in the recent past you decided, right, I'm going to have a new chapter. And if that was you, if that's how the energy played out for you, rather than it happening to you, you making this completion happen, then good for you. Good for you, because all I see and all I feel, looking from the past moving forward, is a really, really fair outcome for you, and a lot of options being opened in whatever direction you move next in this new chapter. But as I said, do make sure that you've got all the information that you need to know. Yeah, make sure that you check things out. So overall, great energy. And I must say as well, we just had the last eclipse last Friday on the 27th of July. And that was in my sun sign. That was in the sun sign of Aquarius. But it was the eclipse where it actually happened in terms of astrology is right by the South Node. And the South Node in terms of astrology is the area where we let go. It's the area of karma. It's the area of past life baggage. It's the area where, a lot of astrologers say that that's where we let go. That's where we release. That's not the area that we hold on to, because it no longer serves us anymore. So this eclipse that we've just happened has all been about release. In the sun sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius is the zodiac sign which is the thinker, and it's an air sign as well, which represents mental force. So it could be that this closure, this ending, this falling away that either you put away or it's happened to you, whichever way the energy plays out for you, it needed to happen because it's happened, or it's happened just before or around the eclipse, or it's happening now, or it's about to happen, depending on when you watch this video. So it could be that it was meant to be. It was meant to be. It doesn't feel to me like it's in any way, shape or form holding you back. Not at all. Not with the Seven of Cups as an outcome. Not with all these options that are going to open up. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's pull you an angel card. Let's see what the energy here is. So what does Cancer need to know, angels? Okay, so that one's flipped straight away. And you've got shield yourself. Okay, let's see what this card is about. So you've got shield yourself as the energy, and it says invoke protection to bring this situation to a speedy end. Okay, so the ending is here, right? It's here in your main reading as the actual issue that's going on, this ending, this completion. And the angel card is to shield yourself, to invoke protection to bring this situation to a speedy end. So whatever that means to you, Cancer, in whatever shape or form, if that resonates with anybody there, however you feel you need to protect yourself, do so that whatever drama is around you, or whatever drama you've been experiencing, or even to prevent the drama, give yourself some kind of protection, whether that be spiritually, in whatever way, shape or form you need to do it. Your advice is to shield yourself from this situation, however that situation resonates with you. Okay, I'm going to pull you an affirmation card as well. Wow. Look at that. Well, if you know me, as a reader, I always read my falling cards, if they fall in a certain way, if they flip in a certain way, fall in a certain way, and there's not too many of them, and I know it's a clear message, I read it. I don't discard it. So what you've had fall out is action, okay, which already to me sounds like a really, really fitting message. It says, stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. And what was I just talking to you about? I was just saying to you, I don't feel like, Cancer, this falling away or this completion or whatever it is that may have happened in this reversed Empress, maybe a lack of whatever it was that means a lot to you in your heart, a lack of whatever it was that didn't expand the way you expected it to, or you know, I hate to say it, a pregnancy, it could be, I don't know, it could be, but I feel I need to say it, a pregnancy, you know, whatever it was that came to a stage of completion, or maybe even a loss. Take action, stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic, and nothing can hold you back, okay? Nothing is going to hold you back, Cancer, whatever has happened. So, on that note, have a wonderful month of August. Until I see you again. I'm going to do another reading in about 2 weeks for all the zodiac signs, because we're going to have another eclipse again. Dun, dun, dun. This time it's going to be in the sun sign of Leo, I believe, and I think it's around mid-August. So if you haven't watched the last one that I did for last week's eclipse, check the playlist and you'll see it there. I think I called it something like All Signs Lunar Eclipse or something like that. You can check it there, you can check the signs, see where your reading is. And please do like, share, subscribe, because it's great to hear from all of you guys as well, the comments, and know how this plays out for you. At the end of the day, the messages are never going to be for everyone, because it just doesn't work that way. Sometimes they're for one person, sometimes they're for a group of people. So good luck to whoever this message is for. I hope the situation really does, you know, ease up for you on these options that come in. You get all the information that you need and you really move forward. And so I will see you in 2 weeks, guys. I'll see you in 2 weeks for the next eclipse. Have a wonderful month. And yeah, keep pushing. Take action. Okay, Cancer? Take action. Nothing is holding you back. All right. Speak to you soon, guys. Bye.